Thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for all signs, and we're going to be talking about the next 30 days from the time you watch. This is set for April and May 2020, but if you're watching at a later time, maybe there'll be a message for you as well. I'm going to use the dice to pick the order, and I hope one of you who are watching this live can keep track with me. It really helps me stay focused. Speaking of focus, I can't turn on autofocus because there's just too much light in here, but I want to keep it at this level. So, shout out to everyone. Keep your chins up. I will be reading your comments and all that soon. And I hope everything's okay. And everything's okay over here. So let's take a look at the first sign. And we're just going to do general messages for the next 30 days. Okay? So we have Sagittarius. By the way, a little bit of a little announcement. I'm a little bit loopy right now. Of course, I don't take any substances. It's just the kind of day it is. So hopefully we're going to get a nice weird reading. And then also hopefully you guys get some answers. And do come back to the video later on and watch it again, because it's going to give you some answers. At first you may not understand what they mean, but if you come back and watch them later, they'll all fall into place, okay? Okay, so we have Sagittarius first, and that's kind of in line with Sagittarian energy, sort of like floaty, sort of like not really concrete on anything, but yet very profound. So hopefully that's good for all of you. Sagittarian energy, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just thought of something. I'm going to use the Lenormand actually as my, I'll do something with every single sign. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. But I'm going to give you like a message for every single sign, and then I'm going to pull a Lenormand for every sign and set it to the side, and at the end I'll do a pick a card with the Lenormands. So everybody who's watching live gets a little bonus at the end. Okay, so now we're starting with Sagittarius. You can do the time cap for, what is it, 2 minutes and 10 seconds? Okay. Hi, Sag. Let's see your next 30 days from whenever you're watching. Let's see what's going on. Your first message is the Six of Swords, victory, and Six of Wands, sorry, victory and success. And then the Four of Pentacles, firm foundation, or Four of Earth. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, patience and planning. So very concrete energy for you for the next several days. Concrete meaning that you're dealing with specific things. Your mind is on something tangible. It's not so much focused on immaterial things. You're very focused on what's in front of you right now, and that energy will really guide you. In fact, I think you'll gain a lot of success, or you will gain a lot of success, or you will gain a lot of progress with some really tangible financial things, physical things, making something physical or tangible in front of you, achieving something concrete. That's all coming for you now. And then you have the Four of Swords, rest and rejuvenate. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward, Sun in Virgo. And then you have the Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal. So I think that probably less people around at this time, less of a focus on other people, and maybe more of a focus on yourself and your own progress. You're excited to see the progress in your life, and you're really heading towards something that you truly want, to achieve, and you're feeling that progress moving forward. Okay, so let's see your focus card with the Lenormand. I'm just picking one. So your one focus card is direction. Ooh, the compass, number 42, which is special to this deck, which is called the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. I'll show you guys the cover. It's like that. And yeah, so basically choosing a specific direction, wind at your wings kind of energy. So moving forward in a specific direction, moving towards something that you want, less of a focus on other people, definitely taking some time out to make decisions for you. You will be very happy to see financial success in the next 30 days, also kind of building things up to where you want them, okay? So it's all about focus and direction for you, Sag. I'm going to set this aside for everybody at the end for the pick a card reading. And now let's move on to the next sign. Okay, that's a good energy. Now I feel good. I feel like Sag actually grounded us with this energy, so that's really great. And welcome to Lifted Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. Welcome and thank you for becoming a member. Okay, so we have Capricorn next. Was it Capricorn? Yeah, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look at your energy, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn in the next 30 days. Let's find out what energy you have. So you have the Triumph card, which is the card of Cancer. It is the card of the Chariot, the 7 higher arcana, obstacles and challenges, number 5 of Pentacles, moving forward in a specific direction, and the 4 of Wands, foundation and achievements. Okay, so Capricorn has been dealing with probably significant financial questions. So how do you actually put something into play? How do you put something into practice? You know, problems that you have been facing on a financial level as well, physical level, are sort of breaking apart for you, and you're finding the solution of where you want things to go. So whatever's been standing in your way, you're finding your solution for it. Whatever's been standing in your way, you are figuring out what the magic formula is, how to work through something, how to understand something, how to move through something towards something new. And then we have Solitude, which is the Hermit card. And then we have the World card. Ooh, Cap. Okay, there we go. And then we have 7 of Cups. Choose wisely. Okay, so you achieve some kind of success in the next 30 days, Cap. Something that you've been working on, something that has been laden with certain obstacles or things in the way. You're making your way through it, and you're finding your solution in it. But I think that in some way it is up to you now to make a choice about which direction you want to go. There's a lot on the line, and your success is not firm yet. So there will be more work that you have to express into the direction that you want to go. There will be more attention needed to a project or something that you're working on. And if you express that attention, if you express that commitment to it, you will find success. But you're going to be, again, shielding that energy, very much shielding that little pet project or something that you've been working on. Let's find a focus card for you guys to find out what the next 30 days will be about. We have the little birdies. So I feel like if the news of your progress spreads too far, there will be a lot of gossip that will take away from your progress and your achievements. And I think you're very aware of that. And in some way, you're turning your back towards something that could be taking away from what is best for you. You have something that's best for you. You've had to work hard to achieve it. You've had to overcome problems to get there. And now you're going to be very much focused on stepping away from, you know, shielding it, very much, stepping away from being vulnerable to other people's interjections or other people's opinions. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Now let's do the next sign. Actually, at first I was very I wrote in my journal before doing this, and I had so many thoughts, and it's hard to do a video like this with so much going on without speaking to it, but I really don't want to, so I've been journaling my thoughts to try to not say it in a public space so much. And so because it's, you know, there's a time and a place, of course, and I was very, very too much information going on, so much information for all of us to deal with, so much to process. And once I sat down and we started with the reading, I just feel like this very succinct clarity. So I hope you enjoy the reading. Next we have Cancer. It's interesting, Sag, Capricorn, and Cancer came through. I think that they're probably the most prominent energies at this time. Of course, the North Node, South Node axis is very much in alignment right now between Cancer and Capricorn, and it's at the end of that transit, so there's definitely some kind of closing remarks or some kind of finishing touch on a situation. Now let's see. We have the Power card, which is Leo. We have the Libra card, which is Balance or Justice. So this is the Strength card and the Justice card. They came out together, flying out. And a full new moon. Oh, that's interesting. So there's something new happening for you, Cancer, around the next full moon. So we've just had a full moon, so the next full moon will be in Scorpio, which is actually a trine to your transit in Cancer, so it's in alignment. Big forces are in your life at this time for the next 30 days. Big forces and things are aligning and coming into focus. Things are becoming fair around you. And I have a feeling that you have, who is this? What is this? This is really peculiar energy that's coming through with this Leo card. And in fact, in my finger, I felt a little prick when it came through in this energy. So whoever is this Leo energy, or whatever is this Leo energy for you, Cancer, it's complex. I wouldn't say it's bad or good, but it's very intimidating to feel. I wonder if you guys feel it in the comments. Let me know if you can feel this. When you saw this card, if you felt that level of, ooh, what's going on here? There was definitely some kind of there's something there. Something big's coming for you, Cancer. Since the North Node is in Cancer, I'm not surprised that that's the case. And I have a feeling that you're going to resolve it. You're going to shed the dead weight and move forward in a particular direction that's going to be good for you. Very closing out energy. Again, looking for the full moon in Scorpio in about a month's time from filming. Then we have conflict and defeat, the Five of Cups. There may be a situation in which, Cancer, you have to, not all circumstances we win. No matter how much we want to win them, there's not everything that we win, or that, and sometimes in the loss is the perseverance, because maybe there's been too much focus and too much time spent on trying to win a winless battle, and so you have to in some way slough off the old energy and begin something new, and that in itself is a victory. I do feel like it's a hard emotional experience for you because you've been so invested in that, but the process of learning to let go over the next 30 days will be actually very revolutionary for you. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, financial movement and changes, physical financial changes. The cost of everything is that you are going to have to pay into something. You have to pay into the situation that you are leaving behind. Not necessarily financially paying in, but the cost to change, the cost to move, to shift, whatever it is that you are taking on is sort of pushing you to actually have to expand some physical energy to go in the direction that you are going, okay? So it really feels like, I feel as though you're up against something very, very stubborn and very, very in its power. I feel like you're up against something that, it's not necessarily that you're in the wrong. This isn't a right and wrong situation, but you're up against something or someone who is right now fully in their power, Cancer, and they have like, if you were playing poker, they would have like 4 aces or something. They have some very like convenient or set of circumstances that are really in their way. If this is a situation in which you really depend on winning or persevering, or, you know, kind of persevering through, my advice is to take a step back rather than, this isn't describing a total loss for you guys. It's just saying that right now is not the time to push forward. Right now is the time for a new beginning. And yes, it's going to cost you a little bit, like physical expenditure, but it's still going to be successful. So go in this new direction and it's going to yield for you something that is really good. It's really worthwhile, okay? So let's pick a Lenormand focus card. Very, very stubborn. I don't like this energy for you, Cancer, at all. This power energy, this strength card. And then we have the home. home. Some of you guys are moving. Some of you guys are moving. It's going to cost money. That's where the money thing is coming in. But it's going to be freeing you from stubbornness, from toxicity, from all sorts of different things. I know moving at this time is very hard to do, but there's changes. Be flexible, Cancer. That's what your message is actually really strong, stronger than the others so far. It says, be strong, Cancer. Go in the direction that you need to go in. Even if it's inconvenient or it's somewhat uncomfortable, you will gain benefits by going in that direction, because it is futile for you to negotiate and power through a situation in which the door is closed, okay? The door is closed for negotiation with this person. It's somebody who's very entitled, and someone who's very entitled and within their power, maybe has the favor of other people's opinions at this time. So maybe at a later time you can come back and address it, but for now you're spinning your wheels trying to fix it or change it or whatever it is you're trying to do. Okay, Taurus next. I feel like I have a big message for Taurus. Taurus has been coming through in a big way. So let's see what energy comes for Taurus in the next 30 days, okay? So we see the Sun. Okay, that's good. This is the card of light. And then we have the Three of Swords, heartache and loss. I don't feel like it's an energy of loss for you, Taurus. And then mental conflict, the Two of Swords. Well, I think that maybe what this is describing is that around you, Taurus, through the next 30 days or so, there will be someone who is experiencing a lot of loss, or maybe just generally people are going through a lot of loss at this time, and it's hard for you to deal with because your energy is actually really good for the next 30 days. It looks like for the next 30 days you're getting a lot of light, a lot of bright energy, you're hopeful. It's just a very uplifting energy. So whether it's in your personal relationship or whether it's versus the world at large, you are in some way very happy amid certain circumstances that are not so happy, and it's hard for you to deal with that fact. It's hard for you to participate with, like, it's hard for you to be so happy and know that other people are not happy, but you're supposed to be happy at this time and relish in the positive things that are coming to you. Rest and rejuvenate. Separate yourselves from those circumstances that may remind you of the current state of affairs, the current level of circumstances, all of these different things. And then we have the fertility, the Empress card, Venus here, and then we have the intuition card, the High Priestess. There will be an answer to everything that comes through your way, Taurus, and this is saying simply just stick to your light, stick to your positive energy at this time. Don't get so caught up in, you know, your sympathy or compassion for others, although that's a beautiful quality that you have. It's really about you, that those answers and those situations will have an answer soon. So these circumstances that are experiencing, like those people that are going through something hard, or the general politics, there will be an answer for you, Taurus, in all this. And so at this time, it's just rest assured that there will be an answer, and that answer will be good for them. So it's important for you to be good to yourself through the next 30 days and really enjoy the blessings that are coming into your life. So you're not doing something wrong by receiving over the next 30 days. The next message is the Woman. And I feel like maybe you're in love. Some of you guys are in love. You're feeling the passion and the love and excitement. You're waiting for communications, Taurus, or there's some other sort of, I don't know, there's some kind of other positivity that's coming into your life that you're feeling not uncomfortable with, but you are definitely feeling, guilty. It's guilt. I feel like it's guilt. Like you feel guilty for having good things while others do not. But rest assured that they will have good things too. And it's not in your favor at this time to struggle with, you know, that energy. Just be rest assured that their good energy is coming too. And for now, you guys are going to be stepping into the blessings. And of course, happy birthday for those of you guys who are having birthdays at the end. What is this? Taurus's birthdays are coming up now. Taurus season, right? Okay, hi. Happy birthday. Okay, so maybe that's what's coming in. It's like, yeah, it's rejoice and celebrate, because you know it's beautiful that you care for others. It's that maternal feminine energy, but those good things are coming for them as well. And so don't hold back on rejoicing and being happy for you too, boo. Okay, so next message. Leo. Hey, Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see Leo. Let's see the Leo energy for the next 30 days. Okay. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. First message is the Six of Cups. So that's sun in Scorpio. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is spiritual strength. And then we have the crown chakra. Okay. So Leo, I have a feeling that you're doing a lot of reminiscing about love and love situations. There's a lot of thinking about the past, about a past relationship, or about other relationships that are very important for you or monumental for you at this time. The next message is the Six of Pentacles, material strength and prosperity. The awareness card, which is the Magician. This is the Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. And Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of wishes. That's Jupiter in Pisces. Wow, okay. I think when you reflect on something in the next 30 days, Leo, when you get the opportunity to think about something and connect with something, think about it now. You will see the wonderful blessings that are all around you. You will very, very prominently feel a connection with someone, very, very strong connection with someone with whom you have a history with, someone with whom they have a deep resonance for you, Leo. And I feel like, yes, you're going towards being very fulfilled in the next 30 days, and then also feeling that balance between yourself and someone else. Although that balance may be appreciated at a distance for the next 30 days. It may not be that you're exactly with them yet, but maybe this is the social distancing piece or whatnot. When you're taken away from them in some way, from that distance, you're really appreciating what they bring to the table, or what you bring to the table, and how things are going to work out. Let's see the next message. We have, this is your focus card. It's a change in direction, the stork. So yeah, definitely Leo's change in direction. You have some, for whatever reason, you are reflecting upon your life. You're given time to think about your life and where things are going. And I think that really brings into focus what you want, what's strong in your life, and where you are just flourishing. And so you'll know exactly where to put your energy moving forward. And in some way, I think you're taking a bit of a detour. You're going in a different direction than you have been. And that's going to happen in the next 30 days. Okay? That's your message for Leo. Now let's see the next sign. Pisces. Hi Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. I've had very big hits for Pisces as well. Something about Piscean energy, reconciling, really Piscean energy really flourishing in the non-specific, non-local energy. So that means that one of the aspects of Piscean energy has to do with non-locality, which is the aspect of many truths being relevant at different planes of existence. And so Pisces, you're very much in the energy of being in these multiple realities at the same time. And that's hard for other people to conceptualize, but you're feeling very empowered by that energy. So in some way you see compassion with different people, even if those people have conflicting goals, or if they have conflicting, politics or something. You see both of their perspectives, but more so in your personal life or in your main life, like your everyday life, you feel this like whole mix of thoughts and ideas that are not dependent on each other. They're all independent and they're interacting together. And that is so so uplifting, and that is so freeing for you. You're almost relishing in this energy. That's the download. So we have third eye chakra. So looking into the universe and understanding it for a very big reason. Then we have the Two of Wands, the waiting game, Two of Wands perspective. You see something. Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward. I think that you're a visionary this month, Pisces. Very visionary sort of energy. You see what you want, you see who you want, and you're supposed to go for it, you know? You're supposed to go for it and make tangible progress towards that which you want. Then we have the Star, the card of hope. And then we have the Three of Wands, partnerships and alliances. Again, things coming in for you, Pisces, and Six of Cups. I think that you're sitting there waiting at the crossroads, and you're waiting for somebody else to come to you at this time. So over the next 30 days, it's very much about everybody else catching up to your perspective or to your views, okay? So I have a feeling that maybe you are you get an idea of something, and in the beginning of this 30 days, people may not understand what you are on about. Like, they won't see your perspective, Pisces. You might get criticism for what you're believing. You might get, you know, judged for the way you see things. But then you have to have the courage, and you will have the courage to move forward with what you see, because you're so used to being judged for what you see, and you always know that intuitively that what you see is the truth. And when you move forward in that direction, then I feel like you'll get social support or people around you who will come to support what you are seeing. It's just about buying your time and waiting for them to catch up to you. Here is the next message. We have the Fish. So this is something to do with work. This is something to do with your it's again not only work, but it has to do something with your like popularity or how people know you as. It's like they sort of forgot that you're the visionary, and you're humble, and so therefore you don't try to pump that side of yourself up. And in some way you have this perspective that's counter to the mainstream ideas that are happening around you, and I feel like you move forward in the direction you're meant to go forward in, and through that you will have to wait for other people to catch up to where you're going intellectually. But when they do, I think that they'll if you let go, which you won't, but if you did let go, then you would lose the notoriety. But when they figure out that you are in some way, you saw it that way, and they come follow you, then you're going to get respect for that idea or that perspective, okay? So it's like, it's kind of clout sort of energy, but that's not why you're doing it. It's just a byproduct of stuff. Okay, so next sign, we have Taurus, we've done. And then we have Cancer, we've done. Leo, we've done. Taurus, we've done. Look at these. There's a few energies. Aries, we haven't done. So hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look at your energy for the next 30 days. Aries energy is fun energy. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so energy for the next 30 days for Aries. Nine of Cups, not bad. Let me just give it and then we have the Seven of Wands, stand your ground. Aries, very, very much in this in-charge leadership position for the next 30 days. Throat chakra, you're supposed to say something. You get an opportunity to say something that you've been holding off on saying for quite some time, Aries. I think that you've been biting your tongue for a while. You've been holding back. You've not been saying what you mean. Maybe it's in your family, or maybe it's in your community, in your work. But now you're going to get an opportunity to speak your truth. You're going to say, this is how I see it. The next message is the Three of Swords, heartache and loss. Okay, and then we have, but it's learned from past experiences, and it's been eating at you that you have not been saying this. It's like you've gone through an experience that's similar in the past, and you have the experience, the knowledge of experience behind you. So you want to say something about a situation that's happening that a similar situation produced heartache and loss in your life in the past. And now you want to speak to something that's really reminding you of that to help others avoid this, or presumably to avoid it yourself. And you're getting the opportunity to speak to it. So it's not only dealing with the current situation, but also closing out something from the past. Then you have the Sun, beautiful card. And then we have the Wisdom card, the card of Taurus, or the Teacher. So you're really coming into this like knowledge of experience sort of energy, where you're meant to, in one way or another, share your ideas or share your thoughts with others. Share your ideas and thoughts with others to express to them, express to them that which that which you have insight on, and you will in some way be a fundamental force of change to the communities and circumstances around you in the next 30 days. And you will be the teacher or the leader. Here is the next message. We have the Child. So you see something that has to happen, something new that needs to happen, and you are going to speak to it. You're going to be leading the charge on something, and I feel like there was a real disappointment in the past that you had experienced that is informing your current decisions, and I say don't back off of that. Don't back off of that energy, Aries. Okay? So that's pretty important. Let's see the next sign. Capricorn we've done. Gemini we haven't done yet. So, and happy birthday Geminis that were born in May. Okay, so let's see this. The next 30 days. Okay. Okay. So hi Gemini, let's keep going. Let's see. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising the next 30 days. So we have Temptation, which is the devil. Ooh, okay. And that's Capricorn energy. We know that's in your 8th house. You know that's intense. Then we have the heart chakra. Okay. I feel like I've missed something for Geminis. Like I feel like since I've posted a lot of videos for you guys, a lot has happened. And choose wisely. I feel like a storm has happened for you in the recent past when I wasn't posting videos. Sorry about that. And now you're actually choosing a direction. This is like you're walking out of the storm into the direction that you've learned about in the last little while, and now you're heading in some specific direction. You have the 5 of Pentacles, financial and material changes. Yeah, something fundamentally has changed. It may have in some way affected your financial strength. It may have in some way affected your financial circumstances or physical circumstances. There was a hard line decision that was made between yourself and others. It may have been blunt. It may have been very to the point. And then you have the High Priestess energy. You have been called on in your heart to go in a specific direction, Gemini. And I think that you're walking out of something in which you were connected with others a particular way, or engaged in a situation with others in a certain way. And then we have the Death card, which is the transformation card. Okay, so you're about to pull the gun on something, not literally, figuratively, you're pulling the trigger on something. You're pulling the gun. You're going in some kind of specific direction, Gemini. I'm sorry that I wasn't reading while something happened, but something really concrete happened to you in the recent past, and now you are moving forward after yet another shock in your 8th house. So you're getting, I feel like it was a sizable thing, but it's something that I feel you've managed very well. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's something that you've managed very, very well on an emotional level. Let's see the next message. We have the Man. Okay. So, man up, going in some specific direction or towards something, a relationship with a man. I feel like the strongest energy is to do with a relationship with a man. There's been some kind of really concrete breakthrough. Either they said something, or the truth came out, or, you know, they finally showed their true colors, and it was brutal and harsh, or whatever situation was very very like stark, very like intense and stark and clear. And some of it had a negative financial impact on you, but not something that would cause like irreparable damage. But I do feel like through that you chose a specific path and direction now, because you're like, okay, that's what it is, so now I'm going to move forward. So it's to do with a man. I'll leave it at that. You know what that is referring to, but it's saying that you're going to make a fundamental change, and I feel like that's a blessing in itself. You're not going into stasis, you're going into transformation, elevation, and you know, it's not stopped you, it's not held you back. So that's a good energy for the next 30 days. Aries we've done, Leo we've done, Capricorn we've done, Sag we've done. I feel like I've done everyone. Libra I haven't done, Aquarius I haven't done. Who else have I done? Virgo I haven't done. No. Scorpio, no. Scorpio, Pisces, let's see. Okay. So it's going to be a fun second half to the show. And remember, there's Scorpio come through. Okay. At the end, I'm going to do a pick a card reading for those of you guys who are watching live, and for everybody. It's going to be saved for everybody, but I like doing a little reading at the end for those of you guys who are watching live, because, you know, it's good like that. Okay, so let's see Scorpio energy for the next 30 days. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity begins. That's a really good sign. Something new financial, and a Wheel of Fortune, the destiny. You're getting totally different. You're on a different level, Scorpio, than everybody else, sort of. You're working through energy that is completely different. You're a sextile to Capricorn, right? Means you're 60 degrees apart. You're a sign over from Capricorn. For you and Pisces, this energy that's hitting us all so hard is in some way more, it's not livable, but you sort of thrive in extreme circumstances. Like you survive through a lot, and so it's kind of it's kind of an inverse from everybody else's going on. Yes, you're still impacted by everything that's going on, but in some way you find a great strength in the upheaval of what's going on. So there's definitely like and it's not like to do with necessarily the things that are happening in our world. It's like concurrently you're experiencing like breakthroughs, and it's kind of a strange feeling, I think. But you're very different energy than other people, which means probably that you kind of need to do things on your own for now. And then you have the Power, the Strength card. So you're gaining some kind of buoyancy in the next 30 days, some kind of way forward that's very, very successful. Something that's going to lead you into success, something that's going to elevate your circumstances and make you feel stronger in your world. And I feel very strongly that this explaining it to others at this time is not in your favor. You're thriving through this energy. And that can produce, you know, guilt issues as well. I've talked about this in the Taurus section or in this section, but that doesn't mean you should hold back, because maybe you're meant to like put the new stakes in the ground in new territories at this time. Maybe this is your time to graph out new directions for people to follow when certain circumstances come to an end. Then we have the Mother energy, Venus, the Empress card, and then you have the Magician. Boom, Scorpio, there you go. And then you have the Hope card, which is the card of Aquarius. This is the card of destiny and soulmates. Look, this is almost all higher arcana. I don't know if you guys know this deck, but it's 5 higher arcana cards. You are definitely on some very big stuff going on. I think that there's definitely a new breakthrough. Something that is bigger than you has entered your life. Something that you have worked for a long time is now manifesting, and it's producing for you something that you've truly desired for a long time. Here is the next message. You have the stars again. Wow. Okay, Scorpio's got the best reading, hands down. breakthrough, and here's the Six of Cups, which is Sun in Scorpio. So you guys have the stars. Something wonderful is happening. This is the star, and this is the Lenormand stars. Something wonderful is happening. There's a breakthrough moment for you, Scorpio. You're stepping into your power. You're very much thriving through this energy. That's all I'll need to say. It's kind of surprising, but it is. You're thriving through it. You're just doing so well in this energy, and the universal energy of what we're dealing with collectively. For you, it's like you're so successful in it. You're so successful in through everything. It's like, you know, and it feels weird, but at the same time, you're enthralled by the opportunities that are coming to you. Monumental ways forward, success, freedom, power is yours. Something new has begun, and it's very, very consequential, and it's very, very fated, whatever is coming of it. Very much soulmate, very much like fate is in your life at this time, Scorpio. Huge things for Scorpio in the next 30 days. Okay, we do have a full moon in Scorpio too. That's important to remember. So we have Virgo next. Let's see Virgos. Virgo in the next 30 days. Virgo's messages, we have stand your ground, Seven of Wands. A lot of people are getting this. And then we have the sacrifice, go Virgo, go, Hanged Man. And then we have the truth, the last judgment. Oh, crap. Okay, you're Virgo. You're making something that you've been sacrificing on, something that you've been holding back on. You're going to make a big decision in the next 30 days that is going to in some way free you up from that sacrifice. So you've in some way been self-sacrificing for the benefit of someone or something else, and now you are faced with a decision that is going to free you from that self-sacrifice. Here is the next message. Trapped in fear, the Eight of Swords. It's like if you feel as though if you renege a commitment you've made, that's going to kill your karma or something, like you're going to, you know, be labeled a bad person or something bad is going to come out of it. And you've been stuck under this, like, it's like a spell you've cast on yourself, like, if I don't do this, I'm a bad person. If I don't do this, bad things will come of it. But I think you're getting this. This is Pluto. So Pluto's majorly in aspect right now in Capricorn. And so Virgo, I feel like that connection has been broken. That connection you're no longer liable for the commitment you've made. You're no longer caught. It's almost like you know when they say you break a mirror, you have 7 years of bad luck. And sometimes, like, we make a commitment to something that gets us captive in a situation for a certain amount of time, and sometimes that can be a really freaking long time. That can be 10 years, 20 years, sometimes 5 years, whatever, a year. And I feel like you've been committed to something that had you very much self-sacrificing and giving of yourself, Virgo. You've been giving of yourself into a situation that you've been captive in. It's like you're captive in something that you have. It's like a responsibility or a commitment, but I feel like you're freeing yourself of that. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back. You see the solution from the conundrum. You're freeing yourself from the shackles, you know, of whatever it is that has held you bound. Then you have the positive movement forward, the Sun in Virgo. And then we have the third eye chakra, vision. You're making a big move, Virgo. You're making a big move towards some kind of direction. I feel like you are very much stepping into your dharma, the path you're meant to go on, you're going towards now. And I feel like that commitment that you've been attached to for so long has become antiquated, and you've been stuck in it. You've been stuck into the nebulous little way. It's like wrapped its tentacles around you and has kind of held you back. But I think that in this way, you're finally freed of it. Medusa has lost her grip on you, you know, like I'm not thinking of Medusa, but the octopus from The Little Mermaid. What was her name? Like she's lost her grip on you, and you're now free to move forward in this positive movement forward. And there's a lot of truth to where you're going, and it's freeing because you feel like that commitment, that thing that had you so stuck, is now gone. Here is your focus card. We have the path and the choices. So it's like, in some way, you've always been going up one staircase, okay? You've been always going up the one staircase over and over again, Virgo. And I feel like you've been going up that staircase because intellectually you felt a commitment, or you felt a responsibility towards that path, and it's had you freaking stuck a lot, very, very stuck, and you didn't want it, you didn't want to be a part of it, and you were just tired. And it doesn't have to be a specific situation. It could be a set of circumstances, like always dealing with that one kind of person, always feeling guilt from having to behave a certain way towards a certain type of person over and over and over again, you know, the same type of situation coming through that's holding you back, but you go in that direction because you feel you should. That should is really strong, or has been. And so whatever happens in the next 30 days, Virgo, I feel like you are going to figure out the path that you need to be on. You figure out the path that you need to be on, and you find the logical resolution to whatever it is that you've been so attached to. So nothing can guilt trip you now in going in this direction. Nothing can hold you back from your true destiny, and you have that vision, insight, okay? Insight, okay. Ooh, very, very intense. The thumbnail for today's reading is called Spontaneity. And it's very interesting because I did this reading somewhat spontaneously. I was like, it's time. And then also, I feel like most of your readings are about a spontaneous moment coming in. There's a spontaneous moment in the next 30 days that's going to, in some way, lift you up or transform your world, or you're going to go in some direction. There's going to be a shift that's going to happen, that's going to be either in a moment, an hour, a day, or like you'll say, on this day I made this decision. On this day I told them to shut up. On this day I decided to know which direction I'm going. So that's what I think collectively we're going to go through in the next 30 days. Taurus, we have Libra and Aquarius left, right? Aquarius is next. So Aquarius, let's see. Let me know if I'm forgetting any other sign. Libra and Aquarius. Aquarius in the next 30 days. Let's see. So we have the Wisdom card, the 5 of Earth, Taurus, Venus. Then we have the 3 of Cups, rejoice and celebration, a reunion with a community. And then we have the Fertility card, the woman or the mother. Connection, reunion with mother, reconnection with a powerful female in your life. Aquarius is on some, you know, with the shift into Aquarius that we're going in, I feel as though Aquarians in some way have such insight into what's going on in the world right now. I feel like you guys really get it without really understanding what's going on yet, because we don't have enough information. So when people ask about this disease and they say what's going on, the doctors will tell you we don't have the stats in yet. We don't understand everything. We can only make best guesses at what's going on, right? And I feel like you intuitively, Aquarians, have an ability to see. And there's a call to action for you from a community, people who want to reconnect with you, people who want to be connected with you at this time. And I feel like you're looking at it from a distance, and in some way it's profoundly happy for you to feel that connection, that those people are in your lives. But also at the same time, you feel like that was then, this is now. It's a very present energy for you, where you're sort of like, you're in a new life already, and you sort of don't have all those pieces to connect to the center of things. You don't have all these pieces of information about it yet. The shoe doesn't fit, and you already know it, and everybody's still wearing the wrong size shoe, but you already know that we're now like we need a different shoe. And so it's like up to you to kind of decide what to do about it. You're in that decision mode now. Like, but you don't yet have enough information to deal with what's now. So you're sort of getting a first edge perspective on where things are going, and you don't necessarily have all the information yet, so you don't know how to use it yet to your full advantage, but you will. It's just about going slow, I think, at this time. Go as slow as possible, and only make decisions when you feel like that's the right path, and be okay with making a few mistakes from now on, because you don't have all the information. So you're in that experimental phase a little bit. Experimenting, but there's this feeling of distance from the people that you know and the communities that you have known in the past. That shoe doesn't fit anymore. It's not the same. It's not the same energy. It doesn't resonate in the same way anymore. Here is the next message. We have the Six of Wands, victory and success, the Four of Pentacles, firm foundation, and the Six of Cups, memories of love. You always look back on these people with very fond memories and fond feelings. So it's not about someone being bad or, something being bad. It's really about that you have this, like deep compassion for someone. You have these loving feelings towards whoever it is that you're thinking about in the situations, but in some way you know the direction. This is kind of the card that I actually had in mind before it came out. It's like look at him look over, like he's so strong and he knows exactly which direction he's going. He's going up to the peak of the mountain, and it's like he has to, and look at his ancestors before him. He's like going into his destiny. I never noticed this about this card. This is the first time I noticed it, but it's a graveyard in front of him, which represents his ancestors. He's heading towards the mountain, the path of his dharma. I just got shivers. This is one of my favorite cards in tarot. This is one of my favorite decks in tarot, because I just feel like it's just so lit. But like, he's kind of like taking a moment in the next 30 days to think of the past, which means not the past of the ancestors, but the past of the current experiences that you've just gone through, and the people you've met in the last few years, the people that you've met in the last few weeks. And it's like, it's time to move on. You give this kind of nod to your current recent experiences, but you know, Aquarius, that you're going on something much more profound. And for some of you, it's your mother or your wife or a strong female figure that will be the sounding bell of that. So you're going to have a profound conversation with a female who is very strong feminine energy around you, and she's going to relay to you that, like, and it's going to turn that light switch on. You're going to be like, bing, that's the direction I need to go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so let's see the focus card. We have the friendship. Well, you do feel a lot of loyalty and trust, but it's like trust and loyalty to your ancestors versus trust and loyalty to the people you've been commiserating with for the last while. It's like you have to make a decision between like that trust level decision, and it's not a bad decision. It's just a transition in your way of life. There will be a lot of time in your life at this time to celebrate and enjoy your time with others. There will be a lot of that rejoice and celebration sort of energy, but you're heading forward in a new direction, a destined path. I'm like getting shivers thinking of this. The path of your ancestors. You're stepping into your destiny. So it's like I'm sorry, I gotta go. I gotta get out of this sandbox and experience some reality here. I need to get out of this classroom and go forth and enjoy the world. Like, I have to. This is the direction I need to go. It's like something within you. Your instincts on point. Okay, so last but not least, Libras. Libras, hi, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see. Randomness. Okay, Libra. Okay, so we see here. We have the intuition, which is the high priestess, and the sacrifice card, which is the hanged man, and then we have the truth, which is a big decision. Very similar to Virgos. Virgo and Libra is like two kind of parallel things. I did a client reading today in which I compared Scorpio and Libra energy, and it was like, it's not necessarily the same thing. It's just kind of a similar vibe, but it's not the same at all. In fact, I have a feeling that for you, you're making a profound decision about your life, Libra, in the next 30 days. And I think that you've been spending a lot of time thinking about it. And I think that whatever direction you're going, it's very much about vision of where you want to go. And it's a very like quiet time in your life, actually. I think it's a very quiet time in your life when you're spending a lot of time reflecting and thinking and just feeling and considering the whole gamut of experiences that you're having in your life. Let's see the next message. You have the disruption, the Tower card, the only time this has come out. The Five of Cups, which is emotional loss. Big decision. And then you're going to make yeah, I love this, how this ends. I feel like you've been in a situation that's weighing you down, that is below you. I feel like the situation that you're involved in is dragging you down on an emotional level and other levels as well. Some of it's already happened and you already know the decision that you'll make. But when you make that decision, you're going to grow so strong, Libra. You're going to grow very, very strong. Let's see your Lenormand card. We have the Bear, and it's all about like growing in your strength. This is all about growing within your energy, Libra. I think that this is like the sign of maturity, the experience of maturity, of saying like, this is so below me, beneath me. This is like, you know, just things that are behind me now. Why I'm experiencing things that are behind me. I've already read this book. I've already read this chapter. I know what's in this book already, you know? So you're sort of, when you make that decision, I think until you make that decision, it's going to be quiet time for you, in which you're considering which direction you're going. You're going to be considering all these different things. But once you make the decision, then you're going to feel very confident that you made that decision, and you're going to feel very firm in the direction that you're going. And that's going to feel very empowering. That's empowerment and maturity. So especially for the women Libras out there, it's going to be a very like power move. You know, it's a big decision that you're going to make towards the end of this 30 days. You're going to spend the majority of that time thinking about it. And when you make that decision, it's going to feel very powerful, and you're going to be like, you're not going to question why it took so long to decide, but the thing that you're not sure about, you'll be very sure about. Okay, so we have 12 cards, so we can do 4 cards each. I'll use, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to do a pick a card reading for everybody who watched live. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for joining us. And it's a Lenormand reading, so I'll give you guys all a little scoop about what's going to happen in the next 30 days, okay? Okay, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you're catching up with what's going on, I've had internet problems. I was knocked off the internet for 10 days, and because of COVID, people were saying that after promising me internet, they said that they couldn't come in and install it, so I had to switch to a different company. But they had slow speed, very slow internet, and then I finally got back to my main company, and I was the tech, and I installed the internet myself because I got connected with a really good field tech, and he walked me through it, so I did it myself. And he was like out-of-the-box thinker, which out-of-the-box thinkers, thanks, thumbs up, you guys saved the world. And so I was able to finally get internet late last week, and then of course there was Easter. So I'm getting back to normal. I'll get back to the details, tell you guys the details later, but other than that, everything's fine. That was the main issue that was going on. And yeah, there's been some huge changes in my life, but nothing horrible and nothing bad. In fact, quite some good things have been going on. So just in case, and I'm sorry for the delays with everything. Now hopefully we'll get back to center. I'm just like solitary proprietor. I do this all by myself. So if I have to deal with certain things, I have to deal with too many, like sometimes things have to be dealt with outside of the channel, and sometimes like it just takes time to do them. So you guys are awesome. I'm great. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. So now let's take a look at the next 30 days, and we have 1, 2, 3 options, 4 cards each. It's all Lenormand. And now let's see this. Yeah, that rep was like, but all the other ones were complete buffoons in both companies, promising me things. In Canada, we call it sending someone up Schitt's Creek, which is promising them things that can't happen. So basically, and I'm a technical person, so I was asking them like technical things, and they're like, yeah, it's fine. And then lo and behold, hours of wait, just, I don't know, irresponsible behavior, but okay. So now, number 1, let's get you guys a little bit of info. So we have the woman, okay, for the next 30 days. You guys have the birds, okay, that's gossip in the Lenormand. Then we have choosing a path, and then we have something new. You're going to hear something, or there's going to be a lot of gossip and talk that's going to lead you in a certain direction. So it's either through gossip may force you to have to choose a certain path or direction, or you will hear through the grapevine something, like hear through gossip something that will give you insight that you need to change now and move forward in this new direction, and you're going to seize that. Whichever way it's happening, you're going to have this new direction, and it's going to be very quick and it's going to be successful. It's like you're going to harmonize, and you're going to solidify and crystallize in your new truth and power within the next 30 days. And there will be a moment in which there's a lot of information being spread informally through secondhand information, and then you'll finally reach the goal. And when you reach that goal, it will not be fragmented, it will not be a mess, it will be concrete and solid and dependable. Okay, so that's wonderful with that. Now let's choose number 2. Okay, so number 2, here we go. We have the house, okay, and then we have the compass. Ooh, changing direction with regard to the home, from the living room to the bedroom, you guys. And then we have the stars. Ooh, magic happens. And then we have the fish. Okay, I don't know what kind of business you're starting, but I'm just kidding. So you guys are definitely going in some kind of new direction, making a decision about your home or your family in a new direction. Wherever you switch to will be very, very successful for your business and for your home, and it's going to be a byproduct. Think of it as 2 different things. On the one hand, you are going to make a decision about the home, family situation, choosing something new about the home. And when you go there, energetically, wherever you go to, it will be successful and abundant for you, and yield great success and abundance for you. So the breakthrough moment is on your doorstep, number 2. So very exciting month, I think, for you. Very, very exciting about which path you're choosing, which direction you're going. Okay, number 3, last but not least, let's check it out. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. So we have the bears, and then we have the dog. So an older female is a very good friend of yours. And then you have the man, and then you have the stork. Okay, so a very close relationship between an older female and a man, possibly, that leads to a new direction. An older female is very much on your side and is your friend, and a man kind of offers something up for you for a new direction, number 3. So there's going to be, or if you're a man watching, then you are the one who's going in a new direction. There's a new direction, a new success, a U-turn, maybe not a U-turn, a 90 degree. You're turning left or right in life towards a new path, and it's going to be very successful. But this felt really strong. This felt like 1 in a million friendship. 1 in a million. As an older female is a true friend. So look out for this person. There's someone around you who is solid. And then also, I think that for some of you, if you're the older female, then you are a really true friend to a man who's reaching out for you for a friendship. They need help in some way. They need you come in to help and be a true friend, and that for you transforms your life as well. So there's multilateral sort of energy going on here. Okay, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Can't believe we went over an hour, but then again, I can. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll be out with more videos soon. Check out the weekly daily, you guys. It's clicked right at the end of the video here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I hope you have a nice day. I'm having a good one, and yeah, I hope you do too. Talk to you soon. Bye.